Now that you have a basic understanding of how to play the positive and negative trends, let's now discuss exactly how to play so that we always have a 99% win rate. To achieve a 99% win rate on a wager is an amazing feat. It requires knowing and understanding your risk well enough to know exactly when and where to make such wagers. So then understanding how much to wager and the capital requirements are just as important as the process itself. So let's talk about money for a brief moment, and then we will connect the financial portion of this training back to the technical process in our final review and recap. Money management is just as important as strategic management, as if you mismanage your money, it will not matter how great of a strategy you have. On the screen is the bankroll management sheet that you will get a copy of to set your own goals based on your current bankroll. This bankroll management sheet is built to protect you from overwagering and gambling while keeping you in lockstep of your financial goals. Let's go over the headings so that you understand its functionality and usefulness. Starting at the top is the minimum bet. This is literally the minimum bet at the start of your financial journey and will increase as your bankroll increases. The minimum wager, on the other hand, is a predetermined wager per session, so that you know exactly what amount to wager and progress, of which you can look to the right and see the progression amount when required. Next, below is the maximum daily units field. This is the number of units you should achieve within a 24-hour day period. While this field can be adjusted, you should stay at 4 units per day until you have developed consistency, and from there you can increase. Below that is the unit size increase field. This is the number of units the bankroll sheet will automatically increase your minimum bet wager once your earnings have exceeded the minimum required bankroll limit. So then, if a 3 is in this field, once your bankroll has exceeded the minimum bankroll requirement, the spreadsheet will increase your minimum bet by said amount. For example, look at week 2, 11th session. Do you see in the increase from $15 to $19 on the next day? Now, look on the same line at the cumulative balance and the minimum required bankroll. Do you see the auto increase to plus 4 units after the balance was greater than the minimum wager requirement? This is a safety feature to keep you from overwagering in areas where you do not have any calculus while maintaining a sustained bankroll. More on this in a moment. Below the unit size increase field is the 52-week projection field, which shows what you would earn within a 52-week course, only earning 4 units per day. Currently, you can see the projection is over $700,000, but without taking any losses in the process. But in a moment, I will insert 5 times as many maximum losses, which has never happened in over 8,000 single-played hands, to further prove our dominance. Back at the top, you see the starting bankroll, where you can insert your current bankroll to get an idea of what will be required per session per week for your betting to achieve your goal. Let's play around with the above headings to see how these numbers adjust. I will change the bankroll to $3,000. Now, look at the adjustments. We are now projected to earn over $900,000 per year, only increasing 4 units, of which we sustain 99.997% chance. Once you become consistent, you can increase your daily unit size and further reduce time and increase financial efficiency. While most of the sheet's headings are self-explanatory, let's discuss the minimum bankroll requirements. To get our minimum bankroll requirements, we take the maximum loss we will accept during a game and multiply it by 2.5 times. The max loss is an occurrence that we have never witnessed since adjusting our process and software. but we use as a measure tool for our growth. To get our maximum loss value, on the right of the maximum loss heading is a 3 units heading, which shows what your minimum bet should be if and when you have to do a 3-unit bet size based on our flow chart and the maximum cost of the progressions starting at 3 units in the field next to it. Next to it is the 6-unit bet, which in our process we at times will do a 6-unit bet and progress to 12 units, and the total cost of that one progression sequence when playing is minus 18 units, which you can see in our profitability chart we experience often. But at the rate of winning, such minus 18 losses have no real effect on our ability to consistently achieve our goals. So then, when following this daily financial course, you are able to see exactly what your minimum bets should be, as well as the minimum bets when you are required to increase by 3 or 6 units based on our flowchart process during the course of play. Now, even though we have a 99.997% chance of success achieving 2 units per session, at times you may have to play and wager for up to 3 hours at times, as winning is overtime and not 99.997% per bet you make. But given that, I want to insert maximum losses into our spreadsheet, showing how much we can earn even if we accepted maximum losses 5 times greater than previous outcomes, which again has never occurred. But let's assume it happens, and not just once, but 5 times the amount. Let me repeat. We have never experienced a maximum loss in our playing. The lowest we have experienced was minus 45 unit. But in our test, I will add in 5 times max losses to see how well our system performs. To do this, I will take the maximum losses for the previous day, and instead of adding profit, I will subtract the losses. When I do this, take note at how long it takes to redeem losses. You'll find generally we are able to recover within 10 games, as you see here. And again, these are max losses, which means our process of wagering completely failed all wagering points at least once, which again has never occurred in this process. You'll find that redemption time is within hours and not days, weeks, or months. Let's do this now. Let's set the bankroll to 2,000, and let's increase the unit size increase to 5 times unit increase, and then add in 5 times more losses at max loss value for the current day and session, and see where our projections are after. Even after taking 5 times more max losses, of which has never occurred even once, we still end up with over $250,000 in earnings over a 52-week period, only earning 4 units daily. But again, this requires sticking completely to the script, which means no making your own rules, no betting wagers beyond what is set in place, and no gambling. This concludes the training. Was it informative? Give us a like and subscribe to the channel for more training and updates if you are watching this online. We are 100% certain our numbers and processes are accurate, that we would like to extend a 24-hour testing period at no cost. This allows you to test our accuracy and information before joining our team. So, are you ready to test the software? Here is what I suggest. Review this information again. And once you are ready to test the system, send an email to testbaccarat@gmail.com. Include in your email your name, phone number, and the best day in which you can test the system. Be sure to download AnyDesk VPN so that you can access the system. The system will be available for testing Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Before your testing, one of our assistants will go over the basics to get you started, and during your testing period, if you need help, help will be available. Your goal during testing is to see if our outcomes are matching what we state and claim. Now, during testing, you are allowed to go well beyond 4 units to get a feel for the system and its abilities. But during live play, to keep you within guidelines and safety, you must follow our course of limiting exposure and units per day. Thanks for taking the time to review the information. We look forward to working with you in the near future.